and BT from Drop Dead Co. So, what we're going to be talking about in this episode, chaps? Sorry. Fuck!
It was on silent. I just left it on vibrate because I like the mouthfeel. The longer that you can be out there slinging beeb, the better off your team will be, and that's what the
slinging beeb.
Why not slinging beeb?
It's just quite disturbing.
Well, it's just like slinging hog. You know what I mean? It's all same. So
Again.
he does what I does. Fuck.
Take a sip, pussy.
Hey folks, welcome to episode 37 of Nemcast. Today we're joined by Sax and BT from Dead Drop Co. Got it right this time. Anyway, what are we going to be talking about in today's episode, boys? Just in brief.
We're going to do a breakdown of kit, yeah, basically. We're going to go over a real quick basic load for fighting, and then more so the sustainment kit, so like what you bring as a fob bag, both an 8 hour and a 12 and a 24, what we'd adapt, change. Stuff like that will be real simple to start with, and then we'll get super autistic, because maybe they say like this shit.
Yeah, the tism. So this is going to be aimed to new players who've never played a long game before, or even the long-term players who want to expand on their current kit and really sort of fine-tune it. But we'll get straight into that after this ad break. Cheers, chaps. Hey folks, just going to take a quick minute of your time to talk about Kingdom Clash 2 The Bush War. Now this is our second event. It's a community focused event. We're trying to build something that is very similar to NAF but with better gameplay. Now we're hosting it at Opt at the Kingdom. It's 3rd to the 5th of July and it's going to be a Friday to Sunday event. Now Friday's just turn up, pitch up kind of thing. What's happening Saturday is start the battle sim, establish the teams, get all that secured. Onto that, hard break for lunch, then we're doing the Thunder Games. Now, these are a very integral part of our event. We're very proud of this because there's a shooting competition followed by something we've called the Thunder Dome. The shooting competition is more of a kill house, timed thing, you run through, shoot the targets. Best time wins the prize. Now, there's 2 first prizes, 2 different rifles you can choose from. One of them, for example, is an AKM. Now the AKM is going to be fully upgraded with a brushless motor, MOSFET, all the bells and whistles. That's first prize. There's also second and third prize. We'll make sure you're well looked after. This will be coming on straight after the shooting comp. It's something we've called the Thunder Dome. Random teams of 5. Now, random teams of 5 are there for a reason. This is a social event, community event. We want people to get to know each other and have a good time. And the idea is we'll be able to go down into New Village, which is down behind me. There'll be a kill house arena. Think of it a bit like the Gulag from COD. Random teams of 5. First team to wipe the other one out progresses, that sort of thing. There'll also be a few little cool prizes coming off from that. Now, if you want to learn more about the Thunder Games, there'll be links in the description below to the podcasts, and there's full descriptions on that in there. Sunday is the full battle sim itself. There's going to be drinks, beer stands, food vendors, trade stands, everything you need for a good weekend. Like I said, it's community focused and entirely community based. So the more people get to this event, the better. If you want to book on, there's a link in the description below. Cheers, chaps. And we're back. So, BT, do you want to lead us into the starter kit? So this is someone who's never played before. They're looking at getting the basic kit. Obviously, you're not going to have to buy the kit that's on this table. There's cheaper options available. But we're just going to give a brief overview of what to expect for a basic early days loadout where you want the minimum gear you need, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick this up, put it on, then you can walk us through it while you point with the crowbar.
Correct.
So,
And we're back.
Yeah, so this is what I'd consider the sort of minimalist kit to wear to a sort of 8 to 12 to 24 hour game. This is a Spirit Systems Mark IV chest rig with a Thing 2.
That's this portion here,
Yeah.
which the mags are in. This is a Thing 2.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this isn't fitted properly.
No, this is fitted for me, and I'm slightly bigger in the corner.
On a very important side note there, fitting or fitment of kit, rigs and such, is actually quite important, on the basis of if it's not fit and sized correctly, it will hurt your back and your legs and your hips.
Yeah.
Because it needs to be tight in. You need to wear it high up, hence why it's called a chest rig. That means not a belly rig, as I see
So
people
I
do.
assume when it's fitted properly, you'll have this sort of thing further up.
About there, yeah. That sort of area. Do you just want to go through how you've got that one set up real quick?
Yeah.
Like
So
what's-
Spirit Systems Mark IV in the front.
that's the placard that the mags are in, is it?
Yeah. It's got 3 magazines in the back. It's got a bit of an admin pouch on the front. It's on a Spirit Systems Thing 2, which allows you to basically put pouches on the side of it and run 2 radios.
So this admin pouch, this would be good for something like your map.
Yeah.
Map, Mars
bangs, Mars bars. Yeah, nicky knacks that you need, like maybe a screwdriver for adjusting your optics, stuff like that. If you've got a HPA, maybe some tools for working on that, as in if it's a tooled hop adjustment, things of that nature. Yeah. Would you say gloves?
Yeah. Anything. That's what an ambient pouch is anything that you need to administrate yourself.
So this is really what this is just a very basic way of doing it, with some bougie parts.
Let's go over these side pouches. What are these entailing exactly?
So what would you use, the left and right pouch, or the left start your side
first? Left on my side, that's a Spiritus JSTA pouch. You can put magazines in the back of it, like elastic retention, and then the front again, you've got more space to put extra stuff. You could put bangs in there, you could put more magazines in there, anything like that. Batteries, again, multi-function pouch. It's just perfect, really.
And then on this side, this is a Cryo Precision.
It's the Cryo Precision SPS.
It's a large. GP. It's a Cryo Precision large DP pouch. Is what it is. But what I would imagine you're using this for is water, snacky snacks, things of that. Anything taller or bigger that you need, because these go out quite large. Mm-hmm. Is there a side that you would run these on other than this, or is this how you have this set up?
That's how I'd run it.
So I'd run this slightly differently. Like if I was doing it, I have the. So the reason I say that is because everyone's going to set it up to how you like. It's got to be what you need it for. So don't look at this and go, I'll do it exactly like that and it'll work for me, because it might not. Do you know what I mean? Tailor it to yourself.
Now I'm going to take a seat with this on still.
Yes.
And what the general consensus is for a starter kit. Let me bring this closer. For a starter kit, you don't really want a big heavy chest rig you're going to be sweating like hell in. You don't need all the tactical stuff. You need something to carry your mags in and your personal belongings, like your keys that you don't want to leave in your bag at the fob or something like that. Something simple, stripped back, secure, where you can just get the basic necessities. Especially on a hot day, you're going to be sweating, running around, doing all that sort of thing. Now, obviously, this is quite an expensive micro chest rig. By the time you've said and done, you've got the Cryo Precision pouches. These are all real steel kit, expensive stuff. Now, what are good alternatives compared to the real steel stuff?
Viper makes some okay stuff. Viper will get you through. A lot of the repro stuff is pretty good now coming out of China, would you say?
Yeah.
I mean,
you could get that entire setup
50 quid, 60 quid. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, AliExpress are good. I mean, I quite like, there's an Indonesian company called Vajra Tactical. They've got a really good range of camouflages. I use them for a lot of my own kit. Hence, I've got the Rhodesian brushstroke micro chest rig, which is, it's a modern take on something quite old-fashioned.
Yeah.
It does the job. And I'm a sweaty bastard at the best of times. I prefer a micro chest rig.
Yeah. See, I quite like a bigger rig, as does BT, because we like to carry some more kit on us, more sustainment items. By sustainment, I mean water, food, more gas, more beebs. We can just have protracted gunfights that way. We don't have to be going back to the fob all the time.
The nice thing about this sort of kit, though, having obviously a micro chest rig, which obviously it's not fitted properly, but on my back there is just nothing there.
Yeah.
So I could grab one of these backpacks, whatever it might be, which we'll delve into shortly, and I can keep my BBs in there, my water, the basic stuff I don't need to get immediately.
The less layers that you stack in, the better off you'll be, because it's just, think of it like parts tolerance in machining. The more things you stack, the harder it is to get everything right, because certain things won't interact well with other things, and the bigger the thing, the worse the thing on top will be off.
You've got your heat build up as well, the more layers you've got, etc.
Abrasion, rubbing, it'll rub you real aggressive if you've got too much rig on.
I've heard BT quite likes rubbing really aggressive. Anyway, so what most of us would recommend for these extended games, be it a weekend game, a mill sim, a battle sim, or just 2 days of solid skirmish, is a micro chest rig. That's my personal recommendation. Is that something you guys would always run a longer game?
I would run a Rhodesian style. I would run something more like this, just because if I'm running this, I don't necessarily have to have a bag. I can build one of these, like a 34.5 to tag all the kit I need, and I don't need the bag. I can leave that. So depending on game or what you're doing at the time, you may be able to not use a bag. That's something you can do with something slightly larger, and it's not that much bigger than a micro rig. Whereas a micro rig, I feel I'm constrained too much. But that's just a personal thing, so it doesn't, again, tailor it to yourself.
For Kingdom Clash, I think something like this would be
Ideal.
Yeah, because the way we've designed Kingdom Clash is there's going to be a one IC at each fob. They're going to be staying there just to direct people, that sort of thing. Keep an eye on kit as well. So the idea is you'll be able to take your backpack out with all your food and water in it and whatever you need, spare BBs, etc. Take that out with you, chuck it in the landy on the way up, and then Saxon's phone's ringing. And we're back.
That's staying in.
So yes, that is definitely staying in the outtakes. So, generally speaking, would you say for Clash, a micro chest rig and a backpack is the ideal setup?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Now, what about something more like, because you've been to a Sterling, let's say you're doing up for, would you be tempted to wear a micro chest rig like this, or would you go for more of a big, heavy plate carrier?
At Catrick, if I was playing up for it, I'd run something like a chest rig. You're in and out of buildings. You know, you're operating from your house, so chest rig would be perfect. If I was running, say, NATO, task force, etc., probably wear a plate carrier, just because it's a bit more CQB heavy, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Now, just to summarise for people who are interested, because this is aimed towards people who are coming to Clash primarily for me, I'd highly recommend just a micro chest rig and a decent backpack, which leads us neatly over to backpacks.
Yeah.
So, Sax, do you want to take the lead? The small backpack.
So I'm going to do the 8-hour one first. This will apply heavily to the event. Do you want me to stand up and do this? Yeah.
You can do.
Do you want to switch? Because I'll need to be.
Yes, let's switch out.
Yeah. Court.
Right, and we're back. So, Sax, take us through that backpack.
Right. So I'll get autistic about the bag in a minute. Now, I just want to say real quick before we get into this, these things, like a bag of this style, is a nice to have, not a need to have. You can easily do all of this with something like this, which is just a bog standard backpack. It just looks a little bit military, but you can do it with any bag. So you don't need this, but it's nice to have. Just going to drop that there.
Just going to bring this mic up to you a bit so it helps pick up audio.
Yeah, sound. Right, I'll go from top to bottom, and then I'll do inside. Just work through what's in the bag, what I would put in the bag, and then we'll go on to doing the 12-hour bag. Right, so in the top pouch of this bag, I've just got some Zins, because I like Zins. My medication goes in there, so if you do have any medication, keep it on the outside of the bag, like in an easily accessible pocket, and let marshals know where it is. That's any game day, any sim, anything you're doing.
Generally speaking, at most airsoft games, they'll tell you to keep it on your chest rig in your top pocket, but at a battle sim and mil sim, if you know you're not going to need it in a flash, then keep it at your
things
front
like
at least.
If you're a diabetic and you need insulin, keep that on you. If you've got asthma, keep your inhalers on you. Anything like that epilepsy medicine that you need immediately, keep that sort of stuff just in a pocket on you. Otherwise, in the bag's fine. I've just got some snacks. This is just bag of nerds. You can keep any snacks you want. It doesn't matter. Any food will do. You food, me food, blue food, red food. Next pocket down, in here, I have also would on top of this have a bag of BBs, but they're not in here at the minute. I just have a pistol speed loader for topping little mags off. And then I have my auto-bot loader. So this is on just a Velcro card that Velcros into the bag. So I can take it out if I need it, and it goes back in, and it's just stowed away, and it keeps it nice, so you don't bang your shit around. Bottom pocket. Right, batteries. This is important. Batteries for your gun. One is none. Two is one. You always want two of the thing that's important like this. I keep them in a fireproof bag, so if one of them gets punctured, it doesn't set me on fire, because that would hurt, and I'm not flame retardant, unfortunately.
Just retarded.
Yeah, just retardant. To women, mostly. I have a spare radio battery. This is a nice to have, not a need. Most radios now, especially if you get a battery this side and it's a Baofeng, you'll be fine for an 8-hour sim. When you start creeping into 12 hours, the extra battery is nice, just to top that off. And then in here, I just have a box, and in the box is just CL123s, coin batteries, things for optics, headsets, stuff like that if something goes down, so I can change it out. Really, you should be doing this before the games, but everybody forgets because we've got a million things going on. Just quickly going over the outside of the bag, I do have TQs on this for some of the sims. I don't know if we're doing it for Clash, the TQ rule. So some of the sims that me and BT and some of the lads attend, They have a med rule that requires a tourniquet, so I just keep them on the outside. It's easily accessible. People know where they are. It's easy to get to. On top, I have a signal flare. This is super specific. Like, no one really needs this. It's just real cool to pop a flare off at night and go, oh, we're playing armour. Do you know what I mean? Right, we're going to the inside of the bag. So, inside of here, this is set up for an M4 rifle. So I have spare mags, so almost a full spare combat load in this. These would all be loaded at the time. But at the same time, this is just an elasticated M4 placard. So I can put pyro in here, I can put bottles of water in here, anything really that you can fit in there. Generally, I would lose one of those mags and put a bottle of water in. You do need water. I'll get onto that a little bit further in the next bag. Just some gloves and a ballet. I do carry a blade, not for cutting people, ideally. Please don't stab anyone at Clash. That would be bad. But, you know, for everything you would need a blade for, cutting cordage, stuff of that nature. On the back, this also has 2 additional pockets. So in the top one, I just keep a multi-tool or a tool of any kind. I know BT carries more a larger toolkit. Yeah. Is that correct? What do you carry in your toolkit?
Like a tech screwdriver set and some nips and stuff.
Yeah,
like
for
that.
doing like optics, things of that nature. I also carry in here some glasses wipes, because nobody can see through mucky glasses, and we all have got greasy fingers. And then in the bottom is just a wound closure kit. So that's just stuff for dealing with cuts and nicks and things. The most common thing that you would see out there. I carried that more so when I was a marshal, and doing things of that nature than anything. And then I have written on the back of my bag, like, my name, because if somebody goes to the fob and I'm like, could you grab my bag for me and bring it like over, immediately it's notifiable, because if 4 of us have got one of these, you are going to pick up the wrong one. If I go, it's the one with Sax written on the back, you know immediately what you're looking at. But that's basically an 8-hour bag. So to go over a brief summary: batteries, any medication you need, some snacks, a way to load your mags, some water. That's really it. That's as basic as it can be. And as I say, these are a nice to have, not a need to have. So don't think because this flash kit's about because you're using a night backpack. We all start somewhere, and that's fine. But that'd be all right for Clash. That's that segment.
So bring the mic in a little bit closer.
Yes.
To summarise, that small backpack is essentially, you could put that loadout in any backpack you can find on the high street, even if you've just got a spare gym bag. Especially for Clash, it's going to be something like you need a load of water, you need snacks, BBs, batteries, medication, and if you're a smoker or whatever, nicotine products, or whatever it might be. Because, you know, if you're out of nicotine, you'll be running around raging.
Me and BT without nicotine is a dangerous concoction.
So, as an overall thing, that is the most basic sort of thing you need. Again,
that's way more than you actually need to carry. Like, I have things in there that you generally won't ever use.
It's a lot more organised than you actually need as well. You don't need to worry about.
That's the beautiful thing about these, right, BT? Though, is that I mean, these things are so easy because it's compartmentalised, and you can put your placards in it and your little clip-on bits and organisers that I can just tear off. You know, it makes my life easier dealing with it, which is why these are good, but it's not a need.
Now, so the modularity of that, what sort of price are you getting into with something like that?
So this is a reproduction of it. It's not the real Delta bag. This is a reproduction of a Spiritual Systems bag. I think, what are these going for now?
50, 60 quid.
50, 60 quid, that's it. Then you got a couple of extras like the panels that you Velcro in. They're probably 20 quid each, something like that. As far as the TQs and like all the stuff in it, I'm not going to have the prices of that because I'd be here for hours. But say, for something like this, close to, you're going to be in the 70s, 50, 60, 70 quid range, somewhere in there.
Sorry, just check, you can actually get one for 16 quid. I was going to say now 20 quid now. Yeah, but like, they've gone down in price.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to say that because this is a good reproduction and not a shit one. I don't, no. Look, I'm not having it.
So, to summarise, for something like Clash or a 12-hour sim, something like that, where you're not a million miles away from your car and you can dip in and out, just a small backpack you can leave at the fob with your water, your beebs, your batteries, medication, just for emergencies, and some snacks. That's more than enough.
Yeah,
so
100%.
just basic bag.
I will say though, just because you've got a bag, and I know that you do this as well, just because you've got a bag, you don't have to fill the bag.
No, I'm a serial overpacker.
Oh yeah, aggressively, like I do it all the time. You and me, every time. We got like everything for every eventuality, like all the time, because we're idiots. But realistically, you'd want to be like a lot slimmer than what that bag is, so that weather dependent, you can put like wet weather kit in, an extra pair of gloves, you know, a beanie if it gets cold. Toilet paper, TP, yeah, big time. Not so much on an 8 hour, but I do know we love the bummies on the 12 hours. It's good times with the boys. That's that bag really, and then BT's in a minute going to go over his 8 to 12 hour to 24 hour bag, and we'll go through some of the things that we had.
Now, I will say TP is something you don't really need, especially something like Clash, because obviously they've got the nice toilets.
The toilets, yeah.
Don't forget to put your mic closer, you're about 6 foot away. You really don't need to worry about the niche stuff like toilet paper and whatnot, because obviously you're at a festival, there's toilet paper if you need. This is a basic kit loadout. Now, one thing I've noticed we've not brought, which I want to cover just briefly, is belts. Now, I tend to run a shooter's belt, and that's because I get really sore back for nothing, mostly because I'm unhealthy as fuck. But I prefer a shooter's belt to put a couple of mags on. You can look up shooter's belts online. It's a Velcro inner, and then just, you know, it Velcros to the outside. It's got your molly on it. You can put whatever you want on there, customise it how you like. But I like to put an admin pouch on there for my keys with a zip-up pocket, so I know they're safe on a lanyard, so they're not going to get lost. And a couple of mags on there just to remove some of that weight off your chest, which is putting obviously strain on your back with a backpack, etc. And it moves it down to that sort of pelvic girdle area, which just spreads the weight a little bit.
There is an example of like tie downs in there. What Courtney means by tie downs is something of this nature. So this little cord just ties my knife into the bag, so that it can't actually, like, it can never leave the bag. Like, you can't lose that even if you drop it. That's what he means by a tie down.
Yeah, so obviously...
Because if you lose your keys, I'm not going looking.
No. Obviously, with Optac especially, it's a large site.
Oh, yeah.
And if you... Is that still recording, Elliot? That made a click. Anyway. Yeah, if you lose those keys without a lanyard, it's up to you to go searching for it. So obviously the marshals will help, but it just makes everyone's life difficult.
Listen, if you lose your keys, the marshals are going to rip the piss out of you. Well, like, we'll help you, but you are going to be the butt of the joke there.
Decent quality zip-up pouch with a lanyard you can attach inside of it. Even if you have to do some really janky sewing, just make it happen.
What I would recommend for that is a pouch that's only for that. So it goes in, and you zip it, and you do not open that pouch again.
I'll cover that with my bag in a
minute.
I've got one place where the keys live, and
everyone has a particular place where the keys
nothing
live.
else goes in that pouch, because I know if I need to get something else out of it, and I unzip it and forget to hook it back up, there's a chance my keys will walk is.
Now, we've covered chest rigs, small backpack, which is ideal for something like Clash, so that pretty much summarises that. Belt, if you want a belt. Now, this is for the longer games, say the 24-hour milsims, the 48 hours, or if you're going away for a really long event, which I know there's a couple of in the world. This is something BT packs for, because BT is notorious for overpacking for fucking everything.
Yes.
So we'll let BT have his autistic 10 minutes. Do you want to show us your house on the back?
Yes, house on the back, yeah.
Do you want to do a cut on the
we'll do a bit of a cut, and then we'll shuffle around. And we're back. So I'm going to leave Sax and BT on screen. I'm going to dip, and what we're going to do is go into the super autistic big bag. So BT, do you want to explain, and I will dip.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a 24-hour kit minus any sleeping kit.
So when you say minus any sleeping kit, what, like, now sleeping bag, now basher, now roll mat, nothing like that, right? Yeah. Cool.
That I'd usually carry. I'd strap it to the bag, or I'd probably use a bigger bag than this.
Yeah. Similar with the Mystery Ranch sort of the style.
So should we get into it?
Yeah, do it. It's all you, man.
Right, okay, so let's start. Like I said before, place to put your keys. I'm going to do this.
Yeah, that's the way.
A handy flap in the top. It's got little mesh pockets in it. Keys always live in that one, nothing else. In the top, spare gloves, balaclava, I'm laughing because Elliot now knows where I keep my keys. Spare iPro and some bug spray.
Yeah,
Gotta have
bug spray's big,
Yeah.
bro.
Kingdom Clash, bring bug spray.
Yeah, big time. Honestly, the mosquito hours last year at Kingdom Clash were like Harrier jets. You could have carried away a small child.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Baby
They had a
food.
wash when they came into land. It was unreal. It was like ospreys, man.
In the top flat, food. Now, I know we generally use the same thing. Just a cut down MRE in a bag.
Yeah, it's just a rack pack. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we
Very
cut them down in a
often,
bag, what's the reason for us doing that?
cuts down in bulk, get all the shit you don't need out of it.
Yeah, more
Like,
or less.
You don't need the matches. You
No.
don't really want the powder drinks.
The toilet paper is gash.
Yeah, the chewing
Yeah.
gum's stale.
Yeah. Chewing gum is always stale.
So just
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
it down, put it in a small bag. Yeah, what else we got in there? Batteries. So again, overpack. I bring everything.
Yeah, all the batteries that you own in the
There's
world.
like, you know.
God, I love that for you. That's so many batteries.
Brilliant, charge them all up.
That is the world's biggest fire hazard ever.
Yep. And then like a few things like, you know, spare tourniquets and stuff that just.
Again, because a lot of the sims we do use TQ rules.
Yeah.
So it's just nice to have a bunch on you and cheap ones as well so that you can hand them out. Well, not hand them out, but put them on people and not worry about it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Exactly, yeah.
What comes in the top?
In the top, we've got night vision.
That is a large box.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's an expensive bit of kit and keep it safe. So that's just night vision living.
I will say again, this is a nice to have, not a need to have.
Yeah. Don't think you need night vision.
You don't at all.
I could probably get a smaller box, but
Yeah, but why would you? Just flexing on the
now.
paws. I love it. Hoss.
what else we got in there?
What comes next?
Concealment. You like this? You can talk
Yeah,
about that.
dude. Oh, this is one of the. It's the Plat Attack, right?
Yeah.
So Plat Attack make a. It's essentially a leaf suit, but it's a real good leaf suit,
Yeah.
and it's in Ozcam, which is dope as shit.
It's just a little leaf suit. Say little's quite big. You can wear it. It's like an anorak. It's got a big zip on the front of it. You can
So
wear it over your kit.
these are great for if say you're on a sim and you need a little bit extra hideys in the woods. These come in super handy, but as you can see, it's just like it's an oversized smock basically that's cut to disrupt your shape. But these things are real good money. What's next? Oh, digging deep.
Down jacket. Keep warm.
Yeah, big time.
Probably won't need it for Kingdom Clash because it is 4th of July.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
But you know, it's just a multicam down jacket. If it gets cold at night.
But this happens up to the broader thing is when we're going from like an 8-hour bag to a 12-hour bag, you start adding things like down jackets, extra pair of socks, extra pants, your clothing if you were doing 24 hours, stuff like that then starts to creep in, hence the bag sort of grows.
Yeah.
And keeping all that stuff organised is massive really. Again, it's a nice to have, not a need to have, you can do it without it, but to use a bag like of this style is ideal for it because everything's compartmentalised. You know where you're going for each thing and you don't have to take something else out to get to what you need. It's great.
100%,
It really is. It's the soup, right?
Yeah. Rest of that in there. There's some pants and socks in the bottom in a dry bag. I'm not going to get them out because everyone's got pants and socks.
Well,
No
yeah,
one's
but
seen
I
my
want to see your pants. You know
leopard
what I
print
mean?
thong.
What a letdown.
And then, like, you know, similar to what you own in your small bag.
These are cool.
Yeah. So that's just a little bandolier from a company in America called Show Concepts. You just put 4 magazines in it. It's a little cool.
Yeah.
You can wear it.
It's a real Gucci way of doing it, but it's real nice to have it. Like once you have it, you never want to not have it. To be able to go like I've got 6 mags on my front, but I want 10 mags.
Yeah.
Just throw it on's awesome,
You
innit?
can throw it over your shoulder and wear it. You can stuff it in a bag and then just unzip
Yeah,
it.
and it packs down so
reload,
tight. It's a real good bit of kit.
So yeah,
But
pretty cool.
But really, all that is extra mags. So have a speed loader in there, but it's nice to have, if you can afford it, some extra mags already loaded. So you just take the mags out, you're putting mags in, you're back in the fight a lot faster.
Yeah, definitely. And like going on the thing of reloading, obviously we'll go down to Beebs and stuff like that.
Oh, the best brand as well. Oh my god.
That's out to Ritos.
The original Gang Stars.
The
3
original.
2s as well. I see a man of taste.
3-2 is man.
Very good. Very good.
So always
suit.
have Beebs in there. A new little purchase that is the
Ooh.
T238 speed loader.
It's very nice. This is very similar to the speed loader I have, but this is more fancy.
Yeah.
Because you can set like limits and stuff in it. But essentially, any speed loader will do.
Yeah, even
But
an
you just get away
Odin
with speed
or a
loaders.
thumb, anything like that.
Hey folks, as you can probably tell, this is a bit of an intermission. We've had a video camera problem, so it was out of focus for the last part of the podcast, which I apologise for, but it's driven me to upgrade the camera setup for the podcast. So this is the new DJI Action 6. So we'll get in 2 more of these, and we'll be able to expand the quality and quantity of the podcast soon as well, because we've got an editor on board. So that being that, a brief intermission out of the way. Enjoy the rest of the blurry video, and I'll speak to you soon.
Speed loaders, T238, really good bit of kit.
Yeah, so
you don't need it though. You could get away with an Odin, you could get away with a thumb loader.
Again, you got to remember,
this is just I'm lazy.
In the context of all this, me and BT have been doing this for a while, so we have nicer kit, but we built up to that kit. We didn't buy this end straight away. No. That would be preposterous. Like. Yeah.
And then again in that pocket, just on theme of reloading
so
and stuff.
you're a fan of optics cases as well. So.
Yeah. Just bits for the T238, extra nozzles, batteries for the T238, and a thumb loader just in case, God forbid anything happens.
What's in this little pouch?
That is just a repurposed can't wait pouch, and that is full of
9mm pack. Very good.
9mm pack for the reusable
for a Braytac. Yeah, very nice.
Braytac. Shout out to Braytac.
150 decibels of ouch.
Yeah,
that's a very good soup.
What else have we got in there? Nothing else in there. So water, something everyone needs.
Correct. Yeah,
you've touched on it. But
don't go out with 2 cans of Monster and think it'll last you 24 hours. No. You will die.
Definitely take out 2 cans of Monster, but also take
I'll take water.
Usually carry 2 of these with me.
So what is this bottle?
So that is just an Nalgene bottle. It's a litre bottle of water
with a slim neck. So I have a slightly different version of these.
A wide mouth.
Is that was dude? Mine's a wide mouth. That's not wide. That's virgin levels. You know what I mean? That's tame. It's a nun essentially. But water. You can get these in that size, that litre size, and if you want to grab mine real quick, you can also be an absolute hoss and buy a 1.5 litre Nalgene. If you buy these, and I know that me and BT spoke about this earlier, the HDPE ones, the high density polyethylene, is what you want because they squish. So when you get shot, like they get shot, it won't ruin them.
Yeah, I've bought a couple of ones that were a cheaper, harder plastic. Being shot in the back, then realised why my leg wet. Turned around.
Yeah. They just don't last. Yeah,
they don't last.
That's one of them things where it's worth paying a little bit more for the real thing rather than cheaping yourself out. What's in the next pouch?
This one in it, I'm not going to go too much into it because you've already covered it, but this is just batteries for optics and accessories.
Same thing. These cases that we're using as well are just, so if you buy like optics and things off like AliExpress or anywhere really, they will come in a case like this. These just are great for repurposing to not get stuff crushed. And to organise as well. They're good for organising.
Slap a bit of tape on top of it.
Yeah. Or just write on it with a Sharpie.
Whatever,
yeah, all good.
Toolkit, like I said, I'm not going to go too much into this, but a little tech screwdriver.
Tech screwdriver set, yes.
There's a load of bits in there that I've never seen before and we will never use.
But when you need them, you really
airsoft being airsoft, the amount of times I've gone, oh no, I need a security bit.
Really
star bit. Yeah,
bad.
So,
but this is not a bad thing to have, and as you scale like a bag for size for length of event, it's a good thing to sort of scale that toolkit a little bit. You don't want to take everything in the kitchen sink. You don't need a file and a vice. But to have something like that's great. It's a real good idea. What's the next one?
There's another pouch on the front that's more tools. Again, don't go too much into it. Everyone who knows me knows my skill with hand tools is not very.
Yeah, we're aware of what you do to things. We know
set pliers in there, hammerman. And then just a bit of a. This is going to be very crinkly for the audio, so apologies to the editor. But this is just a quick rain layer. It's not Gore-Tex. It is water resistant though.
It will shed some water off you. Gore-Tex is great, but Gore-Tex is hot, so you'll still be wet, but you'll be warm. Yeah. Gore-Tex is great for like a downpour sort of a situation. Something like that's great for like light showers.
Yeah.
But again, this brings us to the thing of like what we have here isn't the be all and end all. Like you want to pack according to weather conditions, and you will know that by when you turn up and look up. Mm-hmm. It's not hard to plan, or just look at the weather for the next couple of days.
Yeah, look at the forecast. Yeah, it doesn't take much to know. Right, okay,
it's easy.
There's a 70% chance of rain. I might throw a raincoat in.
And again, because me and BT kit whores, we pack too many things.
Yeah,
really, you want about 30% of the space of the bag empty for putting additionals in, like that dry kit, like that wet kit, stuff of that nature. That's the idea of having a bag bigger than you need. You don't have to fill that bag. Just to get more autistic into it, how do you find carrying this?
It's all right. I must admit, sometimes when it's full, it is a bit of a bit of a pain. It's not the comfiest bag in the world, but it makes up for that with the organisation. It's got plenty of pouch on the front of it. It's got plenty of zip pockets. plenty of hidden pockets.
Yeah,
the key,
it's great.
the admin flap, being able to store my key somewhere safe as well as anything else that is, I want to know where it is at all times. Perfect. They do a bigger version of this, which I'm thinking about getting. So it's the Bergen size of this.
Because what literage is this?
You put me on the spot. I think it might be about 40.
40, so that's 10 more than mine.
Yeah.
That I'll pull into shot in a minute and just show you that for context of a bag. But when you're looking at bags and they're saying literage, that's the whole literage. They're not talking about like plus pockets, generally speaking. So just be aware of that when you're buying stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it really for a 24-hour.
Yeah. Like I said, this is minus any sleeping kit.
So there would be plus ups to this sleeping bag, roll mat, bivvy bag, basher, things of that nature. Again, entirely dependent now on the event you're attending, because we're attending a Gangster City event, and that we will have indoor sleeping for that event in the game zone, so we don't need things like a basher. But just orientate your kit to what you're doing with it. Not everything will be the same. Some things will, some things will be different. You might like a different thing, stuff of that nature. As far as my bag's concerned, it's very similar. If you just want to pass it over real quick. It's very, very similar to this, so I'm not going to go into what's inside of it. But it's about 10 litres less than BT's.
I do like this bag a lot.
It's a good bag. Mystery Ranch is a good product. Again, this is quite a high-end piece of kit. You don't need something like this. What this doesn't have that this has is the organisation on the outside, which I am going to get into. However, on the inside of these bags, what's great about them, something like this, and you can find things like this for less money, because it splits in the front, it's really easy to get into your kit, much easier than something like this where it's all top loaded, which is a benefit of this system specifically.
That's one thing I will say about this bag is that, there's been many times when I've gone when I need something out of the bag and that is the very bottom thing. So that goes into packing in order of importance.
Yes.
If you're going out for if you're going to be needing a certain bit of equipment like magazines, before your bed kit, make sure that's the last thing you pack. That's
order of packing. That's a big thing. But there's a million one YouTube videos out there that you can watch for that. I mean, a lot of this stuff we learned from YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes, Greg.
It's called combat packing. So you have ammo, water, food, and then like other stuff.
Where'd you put your dildos?
That'd be with bedding.
Okay, sweet. Nice, good to know. I will go over real quick with these. As far as a backpack, it's very similar to a chest rig we spoke about earlier. These need to be adjusted to your body, 100%. Now, I've seen people cut these straps. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Because if you go from a plate carrier and a full rig with this on top of, you will want more leverage out. If you cut that too short, you're screwed, basically. So these I loosen off to put the bag on. Once I've donned it, I have somebody lift it and then I adjust. Yeah. And that's just how I do it.
And if the straps are long, just tape them up.
Yeah, you can always just tape them up. Yeah. There's a million and one different ways to do it, but do not cut them.
The good thing about this bag, a lot of the straps on this are, they've got sort of the
pre-retainers. Yeah, very good.
Velcro retainers on too.
Very good. One last thing on bags. So these straps here, anybody that's into bags or stuff like this will know these are called compression straps. So once you've don't tighten these down until the bag's loaded, and then tighten them down. It just sort of stuffs that loud in real tight to your body because you don't want looseness bobbing around, right? No, it sucks.
Yeah,
do you remember that? Who was the guy at the sim, and his bag was just like flopping left and right in the wind, and he just looked so uncomfortable because it rubs and chafes. It sucks. You don't want this. Also, I would recommend against a bag with a waist strap if you're going to wear kit with it. Just because the waist strap always gets in the way. So this has a removable one that I removed, but I wouldn't look for that in a bag. You don't really need that.
Yeah, I mean, there's the reason why some like walking bags have got that.
Yes.
Because you're wearing it constantly.
Yes.
You're not putting so a bag like this. I wouldn't choose to fight in a bag like this.
No.
And if it was, it'd be the first thing I'd drop on my shoulders.
These bags aren't something that you're going to be fighting in. So don't ever think of it in that capacity. This is a bag to get to a fob or a location or a patrol base and drop, and then your fighting loud could be something like a smaller bag. You can do it with that, but you don't want to do it in this because if you can't move with speed, you're gonna die. You just in Baby Wars terms, you're gonna get gatted.
In Baby Wars terms,
yeah, real nasty. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it very much. Anything else that you think it cover here, BT?
Nothing I've made. Should we ask our studio audience?
Studio audience? No, good.
Yeah, one thing. Backpacks. You said about the waist belt.
Yes.
Now, do you usually use the chest one? Because I find it gets in the way of like any ATAC or PTT you use.
So there's a way around this. If we're using PTT, ITACs, things like that, you clip it underneath the rig. Mm-hmm. So retain that. And what Greg's talking about there is the sternum strap here. Now, on a lot of bags as well, these can be adjusted. So this one, like, for example, moves up and down on the runner, and you can move it to different runners. That just means that you can adjust the ride height so it's not like on your nipples and chafing aggressively. That also sucks ass. But, you know, that's, again, all bag specific. How you set that bag up for yourself will dictate those things.
Yeah.
One last thing before we go, last sort of advertisement. If you are coming to Clash, you heard us speak about nods earlier, Envy will be running nod rentals at Clash. If you contact, who are the contacting Court now?
Staff's Mills.
Staff's Mills.
Yes.
That's the fella who runs Optac, Rob. If you drop him a message or Envy through the Instagram, you can sort out rental for some nods and try them out for yourself before you buy them, maybe.
There'll be rentals on the day anyway.
And there'll be rentals on the day. Yeah. Great to know.
A great place to learn all this, though, will be to join the Kingdom Clash WhatsApp chat.
Oh,
that'd be
very good.
Sick plug.
Yes, Greg.
Sorry, you were talking about nods. Can we just ask BT, is it good when you're wearing nods to use your check corners in rooms?
Yeah, especially low when someone might have a knife.
Always check low.
Yeah,
and left.
always check your
Always
corners
check low
first,
left.
Rule number 1, check everywhere. Yeah. Ceilings, floors, toilets,
Cheers to that, lads.
bedpans, you know.
Yeah.
Linen closets. Oh, just everywhere. You never know.
Never forget knife gate.
Yeah. Also, the extra pants come in real handy when people like Captain Matt Beard wet your knickers halfway through a game day.
Yeah. Luke say bottles.
Yeah.
You just carry on though.
I think about that. I think that wraps it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Thank you, studio audience.
Cheers, folks.
I'll jump back in.
You coming back in?
Super professional.
So, right, we'll summarise by standing up. Why? No, don't rub me. No.
If we
Anyway,
about to put a hand on his shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait until they're done, then I'm gonna tell them all things I've done.
anyway. So to summarise for Kingdom Clash, for those who are actually attending and whatnot, stripped back kit I'd recommend. Keep all your kit in the car, and then he's squeezing my bum. Keep all your kit in the car, but take out the essentials with you in a backpack. Leave it at the fob, and then put a micro chest rig on for your general carry kit. God, this is fucking distracting. Fuck. Anyway. So I think that about wraps up episode 37. Thank you, boys, for joining me. And next episode will be Drunk and Unhinged featuring the boys. So catch you all soon. Cheers, chaps.
That thing fucking stinks. Help the crowd off. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because it'll still make sense.
Can we do
but
a
it
skin
makes-
colour change halfway through?
Fox.
Just to mix it up.
Yeah, we
Anyway.
did. That was a nightmare. We're not doing that again.
Anyway, Sax can be the professional model.
We're not doing modelling here. Right. Placard based, am I correct?
Of course. Every time you move that, it's going to make a massive bang noise through the mics, I've just realised.
Right.
So pick it up off the table. Leave my belly alone.